Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back. We have another Minisode for you, which means we couldn't get together this week and record.
We are away from the phone right now.
Please leave your message after the tone.
This one, we're going to talk. I got some weird questions. I'm going to ask some weird questions. We're going to answer these. This could spark something for later episodes.
Hit me.
You ready?
Hit me.
What would be your first reaction when you find that there are police at your door?
Absolutely petrified. I had a cop show up at the door one time, and I answered the door, and he's like looking at the house numbers on next to the door, and he goes, "I don't think this is the right house." I said, I don't think it is either." He said, "I'm looking for her," and he said the numbers, and I said, "That's over there." He said, "Okay, have a good day."
My first reaction, the fuck did I do?
What y'all here for? Y'all lost?
Right? No, and it would honestly be, what am I being accused of by the ex now?
Yeah.
Okay. Which animal makes more hilarious and more an awesome conversation than humans?
Amara.
Amara the cat.
Yeah. Me, whenever we have conversations whenever she's screaming at me for her dinner. And I tell her, you need to chill.
That's me and Juno. My dog. She's quite sassy.
She is pretty sassy.
If I move when I'm working during the day and I move my chair a little bit and it disturbs her in the slightest, she'll get up and then move 2 feet and plop down ever so dramatically and go. She's quite rude. Here's a good one. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Under what circumstances would you punch yourself?
For money. I did accidentally punch myself in the eye one time.
I mean, I don't know that I've ever punched myself, but like...
Fun fact, Danny has punched me twice in the eye. He was asleep.
Oh. That doesn't count.
He woke me up.
That doesn't count. If you could replace your mind with one celebrity, who would be that celebrity? I already know the answer to this.
If I could replace my mind?
Yes. If you could replace your mind with one celebrity, like switch minds with the celebrity.
Does it?
You know what my answer would be?
What?
Ryan Reynolds.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I want to say Taylor Swift, but
I fucking knew.
That's too obvious.
I fucking knew
it's too obvious.
Charlie Scene. Funny as fuck. I should do stand up.
That's not where I was going. I was gonna say Robert Downey Jr.
Why?
He just seems cool. He's had a life.
Apartments.com. Is that Robert Downey Jr.? No, that's
William Shatner.
That's not William Shatner.
No, that's the hotels.com. I don't know.
What is that guy's name?
Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
Yes. I don't know why. Jeff Goldblum is who I was thinking. I don't know why my brain went there. My bad. I'm tired. It's 12:30 a.m.
We're up past our
I like
bedtime.
Robert Downey Jr. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think he's also a cat dude. Like, he's a cat dad. I think.
I'm shocked.
I think he likes cats. So.
What is the most awkward thing you've ever bought from a general store? So general store to me would be like gas station.
Yeah. I'm thinking Levels Market.
Okay.
Lakeview Market. I don't. Okay, so the most like, does it have to necessarily like be traditionally awkward?
It just
Because like the strangest thing, because I've gone in there and bought a snack, and they sell like the forget what they're called, but you know how you can get like the saltines with the butter and
yeah.
it's just those in a sandwich bag at the counter for like $1. No nutritional labels, no nothing. I don't know whose hands have been on those.
Right.
I went in there and paid money for those, and they were delicious.
I mean, I don't know that I would say that's awkward, but it's weird.
It is strange.
It is weird.
It is strange. That's the only
awkward
thing
to me would be like going and buying condoms.
Yeah, I've never.
Or like tampons, or
No.
like not that that's like hella
Plan B?
awkward. That is an awkward.
That
thing
is
to
awkward.
Have to buy.
I've been behind somebody in line who bought Plan B, and the cashier was very upset about it. She didn't know that that's what they had until they got up there.
Oh my god, I remember you telling me about that actually.
And then she was like, they should know better. And I'm just like, mind your business.
If you had a chance to decide your age and life era, which one would it be?
My age to be in my 20s in the 70s.
Yes! Woodstock.
But I would not have brown hair.
That's oddly specific.
Because that was Ted Bundy's type.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just get tattoos.
He didn't eat anybody.
Oh, that's right.
That's the other one.
See? 12:30 a.m.
And I was not the right color or the right gender for that.
12:30 a.m. Which superpower do you wish you could have?
That's a loaded question.
I was recently asked that question, and I really didn't have a good answer to it.
Teleportation, because I'm lazy.
I like it. I think that if I could have
I could visit my sister a lot easier.
There you go.
I wouldn't have to drive like 11 hours.
I think I like that. I think
I'm
that would be a
scared of
good
flying.
answer for me.
Yeah.
I don't remember what answer I gave before, but I think that would be a good answer. I think honestly, if I had to,
As I don't think I would want to read minds, because that sounds
exhausting.
Yes, exhausting, and like I would get a migraine.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. That would take me some minute to really think about.
I think it says a lot about me as a person that I would want to be able to teleport so I could go see my sister whenever I want. She should love me for that.
This
I'm
is
very sweet.
This question right here.
Yes.
I'm so excited about this answer. Which worst habit of one of your exes do you wish that you could have for one time so that you could take revenge?
Oh shit, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh, there's so many.
I
Gosh.
wish I could be the level of petty.
Yeah. I wish I could be as self-absorbed as the men from my past life. You heard that Southern almost come out of me. Life.
Your Southern came out real hard on the jokes portion of the Pick Your Poison episode.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was like super relaxed. It's funny because every time I go see my sister, she's like, her and her boyfriend go, she get more Southern like since life? And I'm just like, nope, I just sound like cornbread.
Right.
But, yeah, I would just want to be as self-absorbed as them and them not be as self-absorbed so they can experience what being around them is like.
That's a good answer. That's a solid answer. I wish I could be, I can be a petty person when I want to be.
Yeah.
But I wish I could be that fucking petty.
Oh, yeah.
And not feel guilty about it.
Yeah. I wish I could experience the total obliviousness that the former men in my life experience on a daily.
I wish people
even now.
I wish that people would just roll over and bend to my will and give me the things that I want but did not earn.
Yeah.
I don't. But do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I wish I didn't have to worry about shit because I knew somebody was going to hand it to me.
Yeah.
That got a little salty. Let's see. What are there any weird things that you do when no one is watching?
Pick my nose.
Wow.
Yeah. Danny asked me that the other day. And he was like...
What a revelation.
I was like, doesn't everybody do that? I was like, I know I've seen your ass do it.
I'm trying to think.
I don't like fling them across the room or like wipe them on furniture or anything.
Yeah.
I'm usually accompanied by a tissue.
What do
I'm
I
not that
do when there's
nasty.
not people around? I don't know. I'm a pretty open book, so I don't hide a whole lot from people.
Yeah. I fart.
I started to say maybe not think so hard about the fact that I have to fart. I just let it rip.
Yeah.
I dance like a lot.
I sing a lot.
I do sing too.
Yeah, I sing a lot.
Have you ever thought of stealing something from someone?
From someone?
Mm-hmm.
For petty purposes, yes.
I don't know that I've ever thought I'm going to steal that. Or
But
I
I've
want
had
to
my
steal
things
that.
stolen. I still have things missing, so.
I mean, there's things that I'm like, man, I wish I had that.
And I had to lie to get some of them back, so.
What is something that you buy often that you never use?
Oh, shit. I want to be called out. So, I have a really bad habit of getting into hyperfixations, and I'll just, like, hyperfixate on things. And then I will, just as quickly as I became obsessed, become unobsessed and want absolutely nothing to do with that.
You wanting to sew?
Yeah. I still buy fabric. I'm going to Joann's tomorrow. But I'm reupholstering my headboard.
Remember that time I decided I was going to learn to crochet?
Oh.
And I bought all the shit?
Same. My Nana bought me all the stuff. She was like, oh, I'm so excited. And I got really infuriated with it within seconds.
I did too.
And I was like, I cannot do this. Plus, yarn is an ick. Ugh. I hate that texture. That and microfiber towels. Blech, I hate it. Disgusting.
I buy fingernail polish.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that.
I never use it. I'll buy like 5 or 6 different colors or something within a period of time. And then always paint my nails black.
I was going to say, I only have 2 nail colors now. I have the green, the Monstera green, and then black.
I literally have kept my nails painted black, and I suck at painting nails.
I've gotten better at it over the years, but it just doesn't last.
When I paint my own nails, it lasts like a week tops. Yeah. Tops, I'm talking, that's giving it like justice. But like literally went and got my nails done for my birthday. Mm-hmm. Dude's like, what color do you want? And I was like, black. Yeah. He goes, this is what you have right now. You don't want to change? And I'm like, no. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, fuck it, throw some sparkles in there. So they're black with silver sparkles.
Yeah. They're cute.
I like them.
Even though you guys been picking at them all night.
I fucking know.
I'm just as bad, though. I bought, those press-on nails I used to buy all the time?
Mm-hmm. I just bought the girl some.
I bought some of the coffin-shaped ones, and then within hours ripped them off.
Nice. What would you do if you could meet all of your doppelgangers at once?
I'd probably be scared. I don't know if I'd enjoy that.
I don't know. I feel like it would be cool as fuck.
I don't think I'd enjoy that.
You don't think so?
No.
Have you ever gotten any hints from your past life? Do you believe in past lives, first of all?
Yes, I do.
Me too.
Me, no. My sister, yes. She used to talk about a past life when she was a kid.
Nice.
Like a little kid.
We need to have her on.
She has nightmares. Like, she had nightmares. I think she still has nightmares.
I don't know that I've ever... I don't know that I've ever felt connected to a past life. Like, I'm almost to the point where I feel like this is my first life. Like...
I told Danny earlier, he said, do you think I had a past life? I said, yeah. He said, what do you think I was? I said, probably a stink bug, and I probably stepped on you.
I don't know. I feel like that's something I want to like look into to see if there's like a way that I could maybe
Do
look
like
into.
a past life regression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe at one point in time, because I think you and I talked about it, like there's something about, and before I found out my family history, I was big into, we were watching that show Vikings on Amazon, and so I was like big into it, and like for some reason just that music style really does things for me.
Yeah.
And like I can sit there and get in a trance when I'm listening to that shit, and like time will elapse and I am oblivious to the world, and then all of a sudden I come to and I'm like, oh shit, it's been like 15 minutes and I just been sitting here not doing shit. So maybe I was like a Viking at some point.
Maybe you were one of your Viking ancestors.
Maybe.
That's
That'd be
like,
cool as fuck.
You know, I feel like I have a very strong tie to my great-great-grandmother. Mm-hmm. And like I look a lot like her. Mm-hmm. And I've just always been fascinated by her. I wish I could have known her.
Right. If you had the option to be a dinosaur, which one would you be? Probably. My husband said the Dickosaurus Rex. It's a very
I don't know, probably
answer.
some sort of bird.
I feel like I would want to be like the most fearsome, so that I didn't have to worry about anybody coming at me.
Have you heard the theory that T-Rex arms were they actually think they
were
drew them
wings.
on backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I don't want to do that one. That one get deep. We'll talk about that one later.
Okay.
Because I do want to know your answer. How confident are you about your bathroom singing talent?
I'd say 80%. I'm okay.
Man, I belt that shit out like I'm fucking Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't stay in the bathroom though. Like,
no,
I put on full concerts while I'm working.
Oh, when I'm in the car?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
on like Donkey Kong.
Have you ever tried to win an argument knowing that you're wrong?
Probably, because I'm so invested in it already. But I'm like, I have just realized that I am wrong. And I'm just like, you know what? Gone too far, can't go back.
I've done it. Absolutely.
But more often than not, I'm right.
Here's a good one. Your parents hate it when you do it, but you still do it. What is it? Fuck, fuck, fuck. Motherfuck. Motherfuck. My mother would say, do you kiss your mama with that mouth?
I can hear it.
Every time I get the chance.
I can just hear it. I've heard her say it.
My parents hate that I'm a little bit more lenient with my kids than I should probably be. Like, my mom hates these nuts jokes that Easton pops off with. And the fact that, like, we'll just be sitting there and nobody says a shit. And then I just look at Maddie and I flip her the bird. And I allow her to do it back. Like, if I'm going to flip my child a bird, they're allowed to do it back.
Yeah.
They know better than to do it out in public. Yeah. They know better than to do it at school.
Yeah.
We call it giving the business. Easton does it to his Uncle P every chance he gets. But development in the case, my dad did it to Easton at Christmas with the family. So
I don't know that I'm sure that there's things that I do in my life that my parents don't agree with and just think is obnoxious, but they haven't told me what they are, so I don't know.
Here's a question that I did not see when I read through this list the first time, and I'm hurt. How do you torture turtles to leave their shells?
Oh,
why would you do that?
That's sad.
We're not answering that question. What is something that you know better than your school teacher? Fucking being nice.
How to say my own name.
Patty.
He told me, he was like, do you want to walk in the graduation line? And I said, not really.
What is the weirdest lie you've ever said to impress someone?
Oh, God. In first grade, I told a kid that I really liked that I was Pocahontas. And he was like, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. Can't you tell? I have blonde hair and blue eyes.
I told my 7th grade math teacher that I had multiple personalities. But what I meant is sometimes I was preppy, and sometimes I was sporty, and sometimes I was a tomboy.
You didn't have dissociative identity disorder.
I wish you could have seen the look on that woman's face when I said that. It dropped. She was like, "Oh shit."
She's like, "This is new. They did not prepare for me for this in college."
What? Ooh, this is gross. What is your record for not taking a shower? Like, how many days have you ever gone without taking a shower?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I would say my max probably like, in my adult age, my max is probably like 3 days.
You don't want to know.
Like, when I'm like real sick or some shit.
Yeah.
And just don't feel like...
See, the thing is, like, Danny, since he's moved in, as at first I was kind of worried about it. I was like, he's going to think I'm disgusting. And now I'm just like, we're both disgusting.
What would be the funniest thing to do when you see a ghost?
Bless it when it sneezes.
I would have to say...
Boo.
We'll show it some titties. We'll flash it. Which body part of yours would you change with plastic surgery?
All of it. Everything from the neck down. No, everything from the chin down, because I got a couple of those.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever put a job application in?
The weirdest place I've ever put in a job application? Ooh. I don't know. I haven't really done that a lot in my life. I've gotten very lucky.
I would have to say the weirdest place I ever put a job application in. It's not necessarily weird. I put an application in at AutoZone. Could you see me working in AutoZone?
I mean, if it was like a sex toy shop or something, and even that's not really that weird.
That would probably be the weirdest.
But only if your mom came in.
Oh, my mom would. She would. Freak.
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that question.
If there was only one sport in the Olympics for fat people, what would it be?
Swimming.
For fat people?
It's the easiest to do. It would be the easiest.
I mean, it could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a current Olympic sport. Like, it could be something made up.
What is the pole one?
Pole vault?
Yeah.
Where you, like, throw it? Or where you, like...
You throw yourself.
Oh, that would not be an easy one.
See? I was going for easy.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't necessarily have to be an Olympic sport. It can be something made up. Like pool? Oh, like billiards.
Yeah, like billiards.
Okay.
Or... I don't know, beers around the world at Disney World.
Oh my god. I'm thinking...
Do they even do that anymore?
The hot dog eating contest.
No. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, it's gross.
It's disgusting.
It's gross. How do you wipe the tears of a fish?
Oh. Probably the same way you give it CPR.
Yeah.
My Nana gave a fish CPR once.
Oh my god, of course she has.
With a straw.
Of course she has.
He still died. His name was Rocky. We got him from the fair. And he lived like 5 years.
Alright, so here's my last one. Oh, yes. Okay. What are some of the best reasons... This one's deep. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. What are some of the best reasons that people will believe in ghosts, but not in God?
I mean, for me personally, I can see ghosts. I can't see physically a God. Like, and I've had experiences with ghosts and not with God.
That's a very, very valid answer.
Yeah.
That would be where I would go with it. I would also have to say, like, a ghost is not... Yeah, a ghost is very tangible. There's no question, too, when you've experienced a ghost.
Right. And I feel like... Because, like,
you can hear a ghost.
Right. And a lot of people are like, well, how can you believe in ghosts but not in God? I believe that, you know, ghosts are like, I think when we expire, our energy is dispersed. Our energy just, it's pulled from our bodies and it's dispersed throughout the universe. And some of it, I mean, that would explain, like, why, take Marilyn Monroe, for instance. How many places are supposedly haunted by Marilyn Monroe?
Right.
You know, who's to say that when she passed, her energy did not just get dispersed? That's what I imagine. I mean, am I saying that that's accurate? Absolutely not, because I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But in my heart of hearts, that's what I believe happens. And that's, if you're not, you know, released back into the universe, you're dispersed into the universe to become an otherness.
An otherness. I like that word. I think that's a very valid answer, honestly. And I think that, like, I feel like you can communicate with a ghost, whereas you can pray to God.
You
may not get an answer.
Right. It's a very one-sided conversation.
I can say that in my years of going to church, I would pray and pray and pray.
Yeah.
And never get a solid, tangible answer. Now, whether or not that answer was actually presented to me and I just didn't see it, because that still happens on a daily, whereas I'm asking for help for whoever the fuck is listening.
Oh, I do the same thing. Like, and I still find myself praying, but I just don't know to whom I'm praying.
Exactly.
I don't believe that we're alone in this universe, that we're just little ants sprinkled on a rock in the sky. But there's got to be more.
Right.
Because otherwise, this is just a total shit show.
Right. But yeah, that's all I got.
This minisode got long.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace still.
Yeah.
And we're still doing other things this week, so follow us, guys. Follow us on the socials.
The Twitter, the TikTok,
Instagram, Facebook,
email,
wandersofweird@gmail.com.
Give us suggestions.
Rate and review us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Wherever you listen.
Yeah, wherever you listen.
Share us out.
And we'll see you for a full regular weird episode next week.
Bye.
Bye.